Hello and welcome to the Indy Airstrip Attack, of course, brought to you by the Indiana Corn Marketing Council, E85 and Unleaded 88. I'm Jimmy Shaberg, and this is day 2 of Half Mile Airport Racing live from Marion, Indiana. We're excited to have you here at a full sold-out event. We're going to get to some racing here in just a couple seconds. It's going to be an amazing day. Once again, day 2. Thank you for joining us at home. Hopefully you're finding us on all of our streams. We've got them Twitch. We've got Instagram, Facebook, and hopefully that's where you're finding us right now. You can see on the screen right there, we've got a host of really fast cars getting ready we're starting the race off here any second. The other thing I can say, we have some world-class cars out here that are going to be chasing world records. A few were set yesterday, and I don't know if you caught our live stream yesterday. If you did, welcome back. Appreciate you being here. And we're going to get rolling. I've got Brooke Barini over here. Say hi, Brooke.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. Right there, there's going to be some of our first races. I can see them here on your screen. Looks like we got a Fox Body Mustang and that Pontiac G8. Now, Brooke, I know the Pontiac G8, that gentleman came by and said he was going for 180 miles an hour, which would be a record in that G8 sedan, so we're excited to see how that's going to go. But stay with us here. There you go. There you go. This Fox Body right here, I called it yesterday quite a few times. Great looking car. A little over 2,000 horsepower in that beast. I know, Brooke, you're pretty familiar with Fox Bodies and how wicked they can be.
They sure are awesome. Very versatile platform.
Got a big parachute there. That's Sean Trimarco. 2,000 horse, been a best of 189.8 yesterday. Let's see what he can do today. Off to a great start. That looks like a pretty good pass from my vantage point. Didn't pull the chute that time. Mile an hour coming up for Sean in that Fox Body. 165.99 that time around. What do we got next, Brooke? Look at that. Looks like a C7 Corvette. That's Randy Smith. Yesterday best, 169.9.
Looks like we got a Tesla coming up right after that.
Tesla. Do a plaid action. Corvette with an early jump there. Got to do that when you're racing a Tesla because they do all the hookup. Sure if he's just sleeping on the line. I didn't see the Tesla go by. Maybe he's still at the starting line. I can't see from my vantage point. But Randy Smith there, 169.24. He ran 168 multiple times yesterday, so new best for him. Fantastic. Looks like we got Peter in the Model S Plaid. Been a best of 173.7 so far. These Plaids are kind of a new entry, Brooke.
Pretty quick.
Yeah, very quick. And we saw almost 180 miles an hour in one yesterday.
Very impressive.
Hopefully they charged everything up with their diesel generators. That thing sounds like a spaceship.
You know, Jimmy, you said that yesterday, and I agree. It does sound like a spaceship.
Yeah, not a lot. It's just crazy what that thing sounds like. Mile an hour for that coming up. Peter in the Tesla. Of course, we've got the G8 on the deck right there.
All right, can he do it? Going for 180 here.
173.4 for the Tesla. That's CJ Lantis and Andrew Wydell next to him in the Corvette. 162.5 best, 176 best for the G8. Let's see what he can do. I know he's looking for 180.
Can he do it? All right, off to a good start.
Absolutely. Do they even make Pontiacs anymore? Is this thing?
I do not know.
From the past? I don't know. Like me, I'm a thing from the past, but here you go. He's on a good run.
Jimmy, that looked like a great pass.
That was a really good pass. He did say put the load the trailer tune. So 175.99. Didn't get him where he wanted to go that time, but you never know. Andrew Wydell, Corvette next to him. I'm just kind of waiting for the mile an hour to show up on my screen. You can see you've got a beautiful C8 Corvette pulling up to the line there. Andrew Wydell in the Vet, 158.6. This is Timothy. Looks like that is the 2012 Mustang. I kind of wonder if it's powered by unleaded 88. It looks like a beast. So we got Ben in a 95 Camaro, 1,343 horse. He's making use of all of them. Left Timothy hanging out. Not sure why that shows up on my screen as a 95 Camaro, because it's certainly not. That would be a C8 Corvette. Did something just fall off that car? Is that what I saw? Well, either way, 141.1. Timothy with a 136.8 in the Mustang. Up next, Dave Webster in the Challenger Superstock, 807 horse. Steve McNew in the Mach 1, been a best of 153.
Wow, they are side by side.
Oh, well, they were.
Oh, wow, he came around. That Mach 1 is beautiful.
Nicely done. Mopar, no car, not today. Mustang right there for the win with the Mach 1, mile an hour, 152.2, 150.4 for Dave in the Superstock. Look at that, another beautiful Mercedes. Chad Anderson, AMG GTS. Will Smith in the GR Super. He's about ready to slap this AMG around. He's definitely been a lot faster. 166.9 best for Will Smith. Chad with the 154.6 best. It's a great launch. How do you liking these views at home, huh? Down that runway? Nothing better. Brooke, you're about ready to try half-mile racing.
I can't wait for that.
I'm pretty darn excited, not gonna lie. Get the Alpha Princess out here.
Can't wait.
200 plus, right?
Oh, yeah. Going for 200.
No, 200 plus. Yeah.
If you remember yesterday, we have a deal.
Uh-oh.
If you remember yesterday, anything over 212 is a pie in the face for you, Jimmy.
That's right. I'll take it. Zach Moore, ZL1, 800 horse, no mile an hour yet. Eric right there in the Viper, been at 152.6. A little American muscle, or a little more American muscle to start your day off. It is not a good day for Mopar so far. I mean, he just towed that Viper all the way down to the end. That was pretty nuts. Here we go. It's our first bike race of the day. Love seeing the bikes out here.
Love to see these bikes.
That's Joe Morrell in that ZX14. Did the best of 175.1 yesterday. He's got that swing arm. I think it's in another zip code.
Seriously.
It's all the way back there. Who's, oh, look at that. Charles Morrell. It's a little Morrell on Morrell. Charles finally did 200.9 miles an hour in that Hayabusa.
On a bike.
Wow. That's nuts. I'm telling you, I don't know how they do it, but they do. Off to a great start.
Jimmy, they sound as good as they look, too.
I would agree. There's nothing better, I'm telling you. 183 for Charles, 174.2 for Joel. What do we got sneaking up right now? We're waiting for Team UGR and AZ Cycle Parts to wake up over there. I know we talked to Mark earlier. He's excited to get going and take another shot at the world record. Of course, he has the world records in the fastest STO in the world at 158 and change, but he's swinging for the fence to do 260 plus. So we're excited to be here to see that happen. We got John Moore, Adrian Melendez, and a Mach 1. 600 horse against 650. A couple great looking cars. Some great shots coming from our team here. Revolution.com. Of course, Jeffrey J. Hart, and broadcast producer and director. Got Jordan up there in the BMW M3 CS, Demir in the Audi R8, 1,000 horse in the R8, 800 in the BMW. Looks like we got that race finished off. .167.6 for Jordan in the M3. Demir 139.1. Mike McCarley coming up the ZR1, 1,200 horse. He was at 184.4 yesterday. He's on a boil right here. Mike McCarley in that ZR1. Went all the way around. That's 5th gen Jen Harper, I think, on the other side. Just there it is. Didn't show up on my registration. 172.8 for Mike.
Man, these domestics really showing everyone up.
They get it done. This is a half-mile event, right? Look at that. Viper right around the bike. Both 200 mile an hour plus capable. What's the mile an hour going to be for those guys? We're going to see our first 200 of the day. I'm waiting for it to populate here on my screen. There it is. David Pitzer with a 217.1.
Now that is something I don't get to see every day on the drag strip, Jimmy.
Right?
Love seeing these bikes racing cars.
It's pretty cool. 198.5 for Dustin. He's looking for 200 anything. He did 199.6 yesterday. Pitzer, of course, that's a new best weekend for him. We got the Vales here. That's Vanden and Ron Vale. A couple Shelby GT 350s. 100 horse over the other. Gotta have it green. Love that color. A lot of beautiful Mustangs out here, Brooke.
Love to see him. You know, that Mach 1 was beautiful.
Mile an hour for these two coming up.
All right, here we go. Something my style.
Oh, yeah. 139.7 for Vanden, 135.0. That was on the move. That's Colin. 1,400 horse. He's on a move. Looked like a good hit for him. Caleb Swan right there picking up the backside in the Camaro. Waiting for Collins, mile an hour. It looked pretty spicy. There it is, 204.82 miles an hour. What do you think about that? Caleb with a 146.5. There we go. We got the Shift Sector Taxi. Indiana Corn Marketing Council. That's our own Mark Bayless, Indy's Garage. fueled, unleaded 88. Gotta love it. Big shout out to Indiana Corn Marketing Council for all that they do. And then electricity is powering the Tesla. And then what powers the electricity for the Tesla? Well, it could actually be an unleaded 88 power generator. We don't know. I mean, there's a really good chance, right? Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'll be here all day. Hopefully you're having a good time at home. Of course, we're streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. Once again, that is the Shift Sector Indiana Corn Marketing Council taxi. And don't you worry, eventually the Tesla will run out of juice. You know what's not going to run out of juice? Anything powered up by unleaded 88 over here. That's how you make all the power, but you already know that. This is our 9th year doing this Indy Airstrip Attack. I can't believe it. This year, 65% of the drivers are running ethanol. Now, how crazy is that? When we started, that number was only 10%, so imagine the growth, Brooke. 65% now, as opposed to 10, what seems like so many years ago.
That is amazing.
Well, I mean, when you have the best, this is the epicenter of the best in all ethanol type fuels. So, just saying, this will power anything. It'll even power your lawnmower. Don't be trading that great gas-powered lawnmower in for an electric one that dies halfway through, right? Seth Moore in the Camaro. That's Laura Kuntz in the M4. Saw Laura quite a few times yesterday. Love seeing females in motorsports.
We did. I love seeing this car and this driver.
It's pretty fast, very consistent. 135 to 141. So definitely see some improvements getting faster. So far today, it's a domestic race. A lot of fast American cars out here. Got Rami Swan back in that Tesla S Plaid. He did a 173.9 best so far. Of course, you can see our grid girl there. That's grid girl Chrissy. You can actually check her out on her Instagram handle, Chrissy for Cars, if you would like. Moving it over, I'm not sure what we got going on there, but something. Steve McNew, the Mach 1, wants a piece of the Tesla, maybe. I don't know. Been a best at 153.6. Not sure if Steve's got enough for that Tesla. What do you think, Brooke?
I don't know. Maybe he's going to gain some mile per hour for taping up his headlights there.
Oh, I didn't see that. Nice catch. Nice catch. He's looking for that MPH. Tesla with that mad plaid launch sequence. But here comes Steve. I can smell it from here. I'm positive he's definitely running ethanol. I don't know if you can smell that or not.
I sure can.
Yeah. Great view of our pits right there. Wait for the mile an hour for these two. 152 for Steve, 173.4 for Rami. New best for him.
A lot of domestics out here. I'm wondering where the imports are at.
Well, there's a few here. I mean, we got Will Smith. He's been slapping people around in his Super Dupra. We got Dave Webster coming to the Challenger Superstock. Zach Moore, ZL1 Camaro. ZL1's been at 171.4. I believe both these are unleaded 88 powered or fuel. Side by side. For a while. Mile an hour on these two coming up. 172.4 for Zach. Dave with a 148.6. What's this coming up? Is that what I think it is?
What is that, Jimmy?
Well, not 100% sure. Those at home, why don't you tell us, what is that? Our screen's a little dim. It's not super bright, so it's hard to tell. I'm waiting for it to drop on my queue, and it has not yet. That's what I thought. It's a Saturn. Thanks to somebody who chimed in and let us know. I was pretty sure that was a Saturn. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you fooled me. I thought it was a Pontiac.
I wasn't sure. I could have went either way, but no. For those at home, it is a purple Saturn. Probably the first purple Saturn I've ever called. It's not going real fast, but that's okay. He's having a good time. That's Matt Lee in the 2006 Saturn Ion. Andrew Weidel in the Corvette ripped off a 160. Matt almost broke 100. Look at these two classics. Oh, he's spraying right there. Oh, better watch out. James in the Factory 5 replica Cobra. Russell Hess is he's got the sauce. It was anybody's race until it wasn't. Right now it's all Hess's. You got a little squirrely there in the big end, Brooke. I don't know if you saw that, but he saved it.
That thing is rowdy.
That was rowdy for sure. 159.4. That spray it gained a mile an hour. So James Walden in the Factory 5, 116. I got Brad Blankenship, Audi S6. There you go. There's a European car.
There we go.
In the Hellcat Red Eye, 650 horse in the Audi, 750 in the Hellcat. Shot from our Revolution film team. Always getting the goods. Hopefully you're watching this right now, and if so, big shout out to you. Yep, I mean you. And you. Okay, fine, you too. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Mile an hour coming up. Got a little wind. It's kind of chilly. I can't believe I'm actually cold in Marion, Indiana, but a little chilly. I need a blankie. 149.4 for Brad in the Audi. Gary with the 160.4. Next up, Charles Morrell in the Busa. Looking for another 200. Here he goes.
I love these bikes. Look at that.
Like a couple good clean runs right there. Is it 200? That's the question. Hasn't flashed up on my screen just yet. Charles, nope, 197.4. Joel Morrell with a 171 in that Cowie next to him. I got Jordan Sloan in that BMW M3 CS, 800 horse. Looks like a Audi R8. It's just not on my screen, or not on my queue, but I can see it on the screen here. Jordan with the early launch. Not going to wait around for that Audi R8. Don't have any info on the Audi R8 just yet, but I will. Looked like it was pretty fast. 170.2. There you go. Demir in the Audi R8. 173.1. So it went from 139 to a 173. That got it done. So got Patrick Dietrich, BMW 850i. Ben Strouder in the C8 Corvette. For some reason, and I don't know why, C8. I've announced it numerous times here live that we can't have drone footage or drones flying if you're not part of the event. And so now you're not gonna, you probably won't see it at home, but we're gonna see it here live. Somebody's gonna get the boot. Gotta respect the rules. I don't understand why you wouldn't, but here we are. So go on get is what I say. Patrick Dietrich in that BMW 161.3. Dustin coming back for a 200 anything. He's been at 199.6 on that bike up against 5th gen Jen Harper. Beautiful Camaro there.
You said 199.6? Wow.
No, he needs
He's
to get
right
that.
there.
I want to get him that t-shirt. Definitely looks like he's trying. Yeah, his wrist is going to hurt from holding that throttle wide open. 199.91. He got closer.
199.91. That is crazy.
5th gen Jennifer Harper with a 151.4. Great job there. Gosh, he got so close. I'm rooting for Dustin.
I am too.
Right?
He needs that 200.
He needs that 200 shirt. We got Richard in the Boss 302 Shelby. Brendan Doolittle, which his birthday was yesterday, that Fox body next to him, with a 137.5 best yesterday. You see it right there. Fox body's making a move on the new Boss 302, well, right around him. I don't know if something happened to the Boss 302, but he's going slow. Brennan is not, however. He's going fast. Mile an hour coming up. Yeah, Richard, for some reason that Boss 302 Shelby, 96.3. I didn't know they actually made a Boss 302 Shelby, so that's news. But Brennan with the 139.6, that's a new best for him. Caleb Swan coming up in the Camaro. Julian Bassler coming up in his STO. Beautiful car. Look at that thing. Mile an hour coming up for these two. FYI, that STO was delivered to Julian, and all of its miles that are on it right now were made right here. That car has less than 300 miles on it. Just wanted to give him a shout out. Julian's such a good guy. Mile an hour for them coming up. 146.2 Caleb, 151.9 Julian in the STO. Now I got Bob Ford. So Bob Ford's driving a Mopar. I bet he's never heard that before. Chase Newman in the Busa. That bike was gone. Capital G. How many bus lengths? That's more like semi lengths at this point.
I think we're talking plane lengths there.
Yeah, like 747 plane lengths. I don't know if Bob Ford was sleeping or if he heard me say Bob Ford drives a Mopar. I don't know what happened, but 134.6 happened for him, but 167 happened for the Busa. Richard Mousty, I think I might be saying that wrong, but 1,000 horse in this CT5V Blackwing. Nice looking Corvette. Don't have the info there yet. He's got one of those ventilated hoods on it, so you know it's going to be fast. Here comes the Corvette. Richard in the Blackwing, though, ripped right through the traps. Mile an hour, 153.7. Nicely done there. Ooh, we got in-car camera here in the Viper. This is Christopher Burke. Did 2:18.6 last better. There you go.
Oh man, that is awesome.
This will be good to ride along, potentially over 200 miles an hour. Got Peter in the Corvette next to him, 1,100 horse, no mile an hour yet. There's some serious American muscle right there. Christopher's on the boil. He's got that spicy Calvo build. Woo! Look at that in-car. What do you think about that?
Those Calvo Vipers are mean.
Oh yeah, those Vipers have fangs. 217 for Christopher in the Viper. You got a little ride along there. How did you think? What did you think about that? That was actually a lot of fun. Looks like we got another maybe unleaded 88 car coming up here. Got Steve McNew in the Mach 1, 153.6 best. Let's go around the outside of the Mopar again. See another Lambo going up. That was Webster in the Challenger Superstock with a 146.9. Steve with a 152.7. He's running that Indiana corn. Best ethanol you can get your hands on.
Here we go, one of Julian's Lambos.
He's going up against a Mustang. I'm not going to wait for him. Yeah, for those at home that may not know, Julian has a host of amazing cars. Brings quite a few of them out to these events. His STO is the newest addition to the stable, which you saw earlier, and this is one of his other Lamborghinis, and he's got a third one here too. So Hunter Sumner in the Mustang. Julian just went 151.9 in that Lambo. Hunter in the Mustang, I don't have the mile an hour just yet. Up next, looks like I got Chad Anderson in the AMG GTS. We got a top-down BMW.
Jimmy, does that help them, putting the top down in those convertibles?
No, I mean, it looks really cool. I'll give them that, but you know, we found that yesterday. Remember, they lost a mile an hour.
They did.
I'm pretty sure they're just trying to look cool, and it's working pretty good. I mean, it's going fast. It took a little bit to, you know, get up to speed, and they slowed down long before the flags, but maybe they got scared. Maybe that top, you know, running topless like that, maybe they got a little spooked. I don't know. That was Eric Anderson in the Z4, 124.5, got out of it. 700 horse, supposedly. That's what it says on my screen. Chad Anderson in the AMG with a 156.6. I got Eugene McAllister in the CBR 1000RR. That is a mouthful, let me tell you. Going up against the shift sector taxi right there. Eugene's going to go around the outside, round the outside. $145.8 for Eugene, Mark. That's a good burnout right there. You see that, Brooke?
I did, and you know, I just heard, I think in the pits, UGR starting up some cars, getting them ready.
Oh, now it's going to be a party. It's a perfect time for them to come out, too. There's very little wind. If there's any, it's a tailwind. And, I mean, the air is crisp enough. I'm a little chilly. And the sun has been beaten down on the airstrip. Will we see the half-mile record fall in a few minutes? It's Jordan Adams in the Challenger, Christopher Craig in that GT 500, 1,200 horse in that beast. He's on a run too. He's going around the outside of that Challenger. Good run from both of them. $164.4 for Jordan. Christopher Craig with a 168.9. He was on the boil. Got Rob Clark and Tracy Clark. Something tells me they know each other, Brooke. I'm just guessing there, but
You think so?
I think so.
Something tells me that these cars are powered by unleaded 88.
Unleaded 88, you say?
Unleaded 88. It's actually a clean-burning, high-octane 15% ethanol blend that is engine smart and earth kind. Find unleaded 88 near you at incorn.com/ethanol.
That's amazing, Brooke. Thank you for that. I forgot all about how great Unleaded 88 is, so I appreciate the reminder. Another nice Corvette coming up. Will Bartleson in the Viper next to him. Viper's getting it. Mile an hour coming up for these two, and yes, I think you're right, Brooke. I do hear some activity in the UGR camp. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Every single time Mark from AZ Cycle Parts fires that thing up, it's going to be a world record attempt. Speaking of world record attempt and females in motorsports, that's Jessica Hassing. She's been 207. Looking for anything over that.
That is one mean-looking Mustang.
Gotta give her lots of props to keep that 2,000 horsepower to the ground. Go, Jessica, go. It looked good and fast. I don't know what that mile an hour is going to be, but I think it's going to be good. She should be happy with this. We're just waiting for it to populate here on the screen. Hold to shoot. Everything's working well. My mistake. That's 2,300 horse. There it is, 207.95. She's going to love that.
Wow.
That might be her new best.
That might be the fastest woman on the property.
She might be. That's fact. Yeah. Jessica's no slouch. It's a husband and wife team. They did a great job. Uh-oh. Barry Malone got a little crazy. Not sure what he got going on there. He got in and out of it, though. He went all the way over the center, but no, he's right back in it. Peter in the Tesla Model S. I don't know if you caught that at home, but Barry Malone, who is the president of the High Ram Club, went a lot of slideways there, made a good save, but thankfully the Tesla was already good gone. Tesla, the 172.5. Barry, let's see if he picked up the pieces and made a pass out of it. One 131.1 that time around. Zachary Tucker in the Demon. That's what it says on my screen, sorry. Nathan Smith in the M5. That's what you see right there on your screen. Don't see a lot of those older M5s. Love seeing it. So yeah, if they're warming stuff up in the UGR pits, it's about ready to get spicy. I also heard that Dallas Performance, Dave Perlman's swinging for the fence too, and that car's gotten a lot faster over the last few years, and of course Perlman's a good guy too, so glad to see them out here swinging for the same fence.
Jimmy, you couldn't have asked for better conditions here either. This is record-setting conditions.
I would agree. I mean, literally a tailwind, and it's a slight tailwind. Blue skies everywhere.
Nice and cool.
Definitely nice and chill. Now, speaking of chill, look at this guy. So this guy right here, Patrick Durham, he went 202 yesterday. Just for the record, I've called 235 miles an hour for this man. in Kansas. And that one looked fast too. So what mile an hour is that going to be? It looked over 200 to me. There it is, 218.23 miles an hour, Brooke, on a bike.
Wow, that is so incredible to me. Can you imagine?
No, I can't. I just absolutely cannot. And Patrick, like I said, how is he hanging on to that thing? I have no idea. But 218.2 miles an hour. What do we got here? We got a Lambo with a bunch of writing on the side. I think he's from the west side. I don't know why I'm getting... I mean, I'm just saying. We got a bike and a Lambo.
I gotta tell you, this is my favorite combo right here.
A Lambo and a bike?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love seeing these bikes racing cars.
Well, I think the Lambo's going to catch the bike.
Wow.
And pass the bike. That's Aldo Parada in the Huracan, 1,200 horse. Great looking ride. Eugene, he hung on for everything it was worth. 175.5 for Aldo in the Huracan. Eugene, not sure yet, it hasn't popped up in my screen. He's been going in the mid 140s, upper 140s. So yeah, there it is, 144.7. Got another, it's Brooke's favorite, another bike and a car.
I love this. You know, we gotta get one of those live stream cameras on one of these bikes.
Now, Brooke, now there's an idea. Who'd want to see that? Chime in the chat groups and tell us what you think. Like a helmet cam?
Yeah, or even right there on the handlebars.
There you go.
Great POV.
I think the Daniel in the Hellcat's going to go around the outside of the bike. That's the second time we've seen that. Not when Patrick Durham's behind the triple tree, that's for sure. $158.9 for the Hellcat, $151.4 for Randy in the Aprilia. Oh, I just saw it. UGR support vehicle going down to the finish line. Who's going out from the UGR camp? Who could it be? We got Adrian Melendez in the Mach 1, Greg in the Porsche Turbo, 1,400 horse in this beast, so that ought to be interesting.
It's the first Porsche we've seen all day.
All day, yeah. Of course, we have world famous Todd Nall spin and almost win. It's a great save, 140 watts. Porsche engineers did not design the fuel door to stay on going backwards at 140, but did a probably the best save I've ever seen out here. Greg coming through in the Porsche. Mile an hour coming up for them. Something about that Porsche didn't sound right when it went by to me, but
it was trucking.
It was trucking. Speaking of trucking, that's a real fast Corvette right there. You're not going to want to miss that. Greg with a 169 and the Porsche 154 and the Mustang Mach 1. This is Michael Rieger. He's been 207.7. Car keeps getting faster. You can hear him. He's shifting this thing. Pulled the chute, dumped the laundry, mile an hour coming up. Again, we're having a flurry of activity over in the UGR camp. 200.8 for Michael Rieger that time through. We got Mark Bayless back in the shift sector taxi. Tim Garrett in a Corvette Z06. Lots going on. Hopefully everybody's having a good time out here. There you go. There's Mark. So everybody say hi. Wave at the camera, Mark. You can do it. No, he's going to roll the window up. He's going to be sneaky. Yeah, you saw him turn the steering wheel left and right. He's probably just making sure he actually put the steering wheel back on. He was probably the mechanic on that. Mark's getting a bunch of tacos today for me, so he's earned them. Right now he's going to get punished by Tim Garrett in that Z06 next to him, though. Now you can fill up with a fuel that's great for your engine, great for the environment, and great for your wallet. Unleaded 88 is engine smart, earth kind. Find Unleaded 88 near you at incorn.org/ethanol.
It's a great shot of the UGR camp right there.
Yeah, there we go. So we got Team UGR. There's, look at, people are running, things are happening. Now Tyler, that's the green car. He was 230 plus yesterday. And then of course the silver car, that is Mark Rau, AZ Cycle Parts. And I want to say that car did 250 plus, 251 yesterday. And of course, I see a Calvo Viper heading up there. That's Jaddy Gill in the General Lee Viper. So some fast stuff coming out. You're not going to want to go anywhere. Now, have you seen, Brooke, have you seen the General Lee Viper?
I have not seen that car make a pass.
That's the one that put Calvo. Big shout out to Antonio, who's probably going to be a dad today or soon. They are expecting twins any minute, any moment. He's got his team out here doing a great job for them. Nice looking Audi R8 right there. Don't have the info just yet. Going up against Jaddy Gill, that I do know. That is Kenneth in a 2,000 horse Audi R8, 226 best. And of course, that's actually Nick Meyer. I apologize. I thought that was the General Lee Viper, but that's Nick Meyer. Not a lot of orange Vipers. I do know Jaddy's coming out. You're not going to want to miss that. Kenneth laying it on the line. That's going to be fast. Mile an hour for them coming up. .228.3 miles an hour for Kenneth. New best for him. Nick ripped off a 175.8 in that Viper, so great job there.
228 in the Audi.
228.
Is that the fastest pass of the day so far?
I believe it is, but wait, there's more. What is that tape that seals up leaks? But wait, there's more. Got a nice looking CTSV, I believe, sitting there. Well, it looks like we got some smoke there. Gonna have to get that looked at. Lots of smoke, so we're gonna definitely want to get that track looked at. Right before another UGR, we got 2 UGR cars getting ready to make a run, so we're gonna want to take a look at the track. You can see it right there. Not sure if it's on fire or if he did the right thing. He pulled right over as soon as he saw the smoke. See it right there. Well, we can't have a car on the track. Who did that? All right, we got fire and safety in tow. I do smell coolant. I think he lost something coolant. Really, do you smell that, Brooke?
I do smell that.
Smell it. Not on fire, definitely water related, but we're going to want to get that looked at for sure. So we'll get this sorted out here real quick. I smell coolant, so I'm kind of guessing that's probably what it is.
You know what smells better than that coolant?
What's that, Brooke?
E85.
Oh, I love E85. That's the main reason I come out here, so I can smell that beautiful Indiana corn.
Indy Airstrip Attack uses E85, a homegrown plant-based fuel, 85% ethanol, 15% gasoline. Look for the yellow Flex Fuel gas cap on your vehicle and fill up today. Go to incorn.org/ethanol to learn more.
That's great, Brooke. You know, what amazes me is when we started this venture so many years ago, that only 10% of these vehicles and cars and race cars that came out here were using ethanol. Now it's 65%, right? So
Craziness.
I feel like we're getting the word out. I mean, I'm thinking we should put some type of unleaded 88 or maybe some kind of good corn ethanol in the Alpha Princess. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Jimmy, she already runs E85.
Oh, snap. There it is. So, Brooke, you're thinking about doing, kind of a quarter mile and half mile duty, right? Obviously pretty well known in the quarter mile vicinity and for sure everywhere online. So, hello to all of Brooke Barini's fans. Nice to meet you. My name's Jimmy. I haven't done anything cool. So there, we just want to get that out of the way. But I've got Brooke Barini, who has done a lot of cool stuff. Brooke, you brought a lot of your amazing friends. They're in motorsports, all females, and Phil.
And Phil.
Yep. And tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we wanted to have a girls' weekend. We brought all the girls out, and
And Phil.
And Phil. And I'm pretty sure you motivated all of us to bring all of our vehicles out next time. I'm going to have the Alpha Princess here, maybe an Abilene, and I'm trying to get Natasha to bring her bike out. I think it's going to be a great time.
I'm super excited. We're just thrilled to have you, and your friends obviously been amazing, and it's been great to get to know all of them, and obviously always welcome at one of our events, or any of our events for that matter. And again, it's great to see females in motorsport. I can't say, enough. I know Mark Rau, AZ Cycle Parts, that's been a big deal. Women in motorsports for sure. And I think we teamed up to get you guys out here. I'll give Mark all that credit, though, because he sealed the deal at our good friend Peter's party, the TX2K event that obviously you have been going to for many years and doing well at. So appreciate Mark's helping with that to get you here, and all your friends.
Glad to be here.
You can see we're just towing this CTSV off so we can get everything looked at. So some of the cars over here, they're obviously everybody's putting it on the line. It's kind of normal for things to happen. We don't have a lot of missteps here. Obviously we have a lot of safety equipment that's mandatory. Anything over 180 requires quite a bit of safety equipment, as you can imagine. These cars can bite past really past 100 miles an hour for that matter, but obviously 180 is a whole new level of crazy. And Brooke, you've been over 180 in a quarter mile, right?
Absolutely. So
for the record, still a little slower than Miles Kurt.
Ooh, that was a low blow.
And wait, he has 2 less cylinders in his Gringo Tegra, right?
You're really asking for it, Jimmy. Those are fighting words.
Oh my goodness. Miles had a birthday yesterday. If you're looking or you're watching, Miles, happy birthday once again. Of course, Miles Kerr, Gringo Tegra, fastest Integra in the world. Not only that, fastest import all-wheel drive in the world out here in the half mile. Hasn't been back since. No one's kind of launched that challenge just yet. He was able to beat his boss, Lucas English, who piloted the Drag 10 at, I want to say, 2:11, 2:12. Miles did a 2:13 and change, and he's been hanging on to that ever since. So that's an all-wheel drive configuration. In front-wheel drive, it was, I want to say, I called a 207, 208. So either way, massively impressive for me to call that for so many years. I called his first 200. So maybe, Brooke, I'll be able to call your first 200.
Absolutely. That would be an honor.
Hopefully it's only 211. That way I don't have to eat a pie, because that's going to happen, I have a feeling.
You know it's coming.
Yeah, well, maybe if you get some of that spicy fuel in there, right? Some of that E85, you can find it all over the place. One of the great places you can find it right now, if you're looking at home, is incorn.org/ethanol. Good place to find all that juicy corn stuff, as you would say. Big shout out, of course, to the Indiana Corn Marketing Council and First Farmers Bank and Trust, and of course we have a host of other sponsors. We got Sissio Performance out here. We got Fat House Performance. We got a whole bunch of sponsors and vendors and whatnot as we kind of get this all cleaned up. You can see the pits there at home. There's a lot of fast There's a lot of fast cars in those boxes, huh? Those are expensive boxes.
They are very expensive.
Well, I'm glad you're joining us. Hopefully you don't go anywhere because, again, we have Underground Racing. I saw 2 of their support vehicles down to the end, which means they're getting ready to do something. And, of course, they're swinging for the fence pretty much every pass. So you're going to see it here first. And I have a feeling it's going to be – there's a couple cars that are capable, and Mark Rau from AZ Cycle Parts is definitely one of them. And obviously, Brooke, you're good friends with Mark.
Excited to see this pass. You know, all of his passes. You never know. He could reset it multiple times.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it looks like, Brooke, we had a couple, of course, it always goes in, streaks, right? So got a couple cars that decided they didn't want to perform anymore, and so it was time for them to get towed back. You can see that there. Of course, when they drop that Cadillac off, they got to go get another. I don't know what the other car is to you, Brooke. I'm not sure.
I'm loving that we're just watching this poor guy being towed all the way through the pits.
He's world famous right now, right? He's world. I can actually get you his name. Hang on a second. It is, I believe it's Tony. Yep, Tony in the CTSV. He didn't go through the traps at 111.
Tony, they did you dirty.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, right? It's all about racing. You've been there, I've been there. I mean, it's just, things break, right? Especially when you're pushing the limits. Look at all those cars, all that horsepower spread out. Pretty amazing if you think about it.
So, Jimmy, aside from obviously Mark Rau's STO that we're excited to see, can you tell me maybe another car that you're really excited to see out there today?
I got Dave Perlman, Horsepower Ranch, I believe. He's got a Lamborghini that's just been pretty awesome. It's been getting faster and faster, and Perlman's just such a great guy. Can't wait to see him come out, and I know he's swinging for the fences as well. And so that's gonna be fun. What if he actually breaks the record before Mark?
Ooh.
And I'm telling you, the car is capable of doing it. So, you probably ran into him at TX2K, I would imagine. Did a great job there. And so, yeah, you just never know. Anything could happen out here, for sure. This is half-mile racing. It's a lot different than quarter-mile stuff. So
a lot different. But you know what, Jimmy? I'm loving this.
It's fun, huh? Well, it's like, basically the way I say it, it's like it's a really long drag race. So you have the standing mile, right? That's unique in its own way. You got the quarter mile. A lot of people are familiar with the quarter mile. Not as many people are familiar with the half mile, although we've been doing this for years. Sellout crowds, sellout drivers. We can't even cram enough people in some of these events. And there's a reason for that, Brooke. And you're now figuring that reason out because you're here live and you're watching, right? And you're helping me, which is, thank you for that. I need all the help I can get. But what you're seeing is, basically, you see that airstrip, you can see it at home, right? You got that wide area, and there's nothing like it. I'm telling you right now, when you're on an active airstrip and you're racing, it's just a view you can't beat. And then you're like, okay, I'm going really fast. Oh, wait, I got a little more room. Oh, I'm going to go faster. It's kind of an odd feeling. And, I think I don't know the fastest I've been here. I probably shouldn't say because it'd probably be well over regulation. I haven't driven anything fast here at this event, but I've been a passenger, and I'll just leave it at this. I went really, really fast, and I really liked it. And it's something that's definitely unique. Obviously, the quarter mile has its own attributes that are amazing. Nothing against quarter mile by any means, but I think a half mile is another good option. And those that have never done it, I'd say even grab your rental car. Sometimes I'll make passes in the rental car, and I know we're going to in the free candy van. We're going to load up 12 people in the free candy van and make a big hit, so get ready for that live.
How fast do you think we're going to go loaded up in the free candy van?
If I was to guess, based on last night's performance hits, I'd say probably 100.
100?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep, that's my guess. I'm feeling 100 in it, so I don't think it'll go much faster. But then again,
I don't think it can go much faster than that.
I don't know who's going to drive it, but Phil was doing a great job, so it's a ladies' party and Phil. So we're just checking everything out here on the airstrip, making sure everything's good.
Really couldn't think of a better way to spend a girls' weekend than out here.
Right? I mean,
it's been amazing.
Well, I mean, you're welcome. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm absolutely kidding. But hey, you know what? I just want to give a big shout out right now. I've got, a couple things I've wanted to go over, and I'll just do that right now because why not, right? I got a moment. So if I can just turn the page here, I've got some writings and stuff, and I'm cold, so I'm wearing you can't see me on camera, and be glad for that, by the way. But I'm wearing a sweatshirt half on, so covering up my arms. I got a little chilly here, which is good. Good for making horsepower. Another way to make great horsepower? Well, the Indiana Corn Marketing Council's introduced this another great, or many great ways to add horsepower. So the Indiana Corn Marketing Council, you want to check them out for sure online. They basically serve 20,000 Indiana corn farmers to help and create the demand, broaden markets for corn and corn products like ethanol. So you want to check that out. We're getting ready to go back to green racing here. We got Peter in the Tesla Plaid. And that's Jeff in the GT350R. I think Peter might still be asleep. I'm not sure where he went.
Oh, here he comes.
A little late to the party. Probably not going to be late to the mile an hour with 1,000 horsepower in a Plaid.
Maybe he should tape up those headlights. I heard you can gain some mile per hour that way.
I've seen it happen. That's fact. I know Miles does. 172.6 for Peter. 172.8 for the Shelby GT. That's a fast Shelby GT350R. Nicely done. Once again, you can see our grid girls there. It's a nice looking Mustang. Got to have it green. Don't have it up on my screen. That's Ron Vale, I believe. And the other one, for some reason, always shows up late on my screen, but I believe it's a Mopar. I can't see from here. Hopefully you can at home. Everybody's ripping me a new one right now because I can't. So we're going to give you another shot inside, Brooke. Tell them about that.
Oh, that is so exciting. I love seeing these inside the car POV live views.
It's going to be, we're going to show it to you probably halfway. There you go. We'll show you the full run after this run. It'll be amazing. I love this. So we're just waiting here. Sorry, let a little time pass. I thought we were going to get, there we go. Weekend long. Let's see what we have coming up. I got Barry Malone coming up here in the Z06. That looks like a Grand Sport there. I don't have that in the queue just yet. That's definitely a Grand Sport though. There's Barry Malone coming up. Looks like he might be having some issues. definitely not up to speed. Here we go. There it is.
Oh, here we go.
Mark Rau, AZ Cycle Parts, Underground Racing. This will be a world record attempt, I'm told. You never know. He could, if it don't feel right, he'll abort and then come back for another pass would be my guess. But he told us last night, Brooke, as you know, it's for the record. We've alerted fire and safety, tow. We want to wish him the best. Hold your breath for this one. Looked like a good launch. Oh yeah, he's in the power. Oh, he's in the big power. Oh, that's going to be bad fast.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Wait for it to show up on my screen. There it is. New world record.
My God.
260.72 miles an hour. Mark Rau, AZ Cycle Parts, in the house.
He did it.
I told you that was going to be fast, Brooke. I could see it.
I felt
That
how
is your
fast that
new
was.
standing half-mile world record. Mark Rau, AZ Cycle Parts, Underground Racing, in the house. Woo! What do you think about that?
Gosh, I truly could feel that sitting right over here on the other side of the
My
track.
whole body is shaking right now. I'm not going to lie. We've been waiting for that for so long. Oh. Woo! Woo! Oh, there's going to be a party in the pits. I think I'm going to be heading over for that interview. I'm just waiting for some direction from my guy, but here he comes. You can see him.
All right, Jimmy's running over there. Go talk to Mark after just resetting the record. All right, look at Mark. This is amazing. Can we see a replay of that? That wreck.
Here we go. There it is.
Oh, here we go.
Mark Rau, AZ Cycle Parts, Underground Racing. This will be a world record attempt, I'm told. You never know. He could, if it don't feel right, he'll abort and then come back for another pass would be my guess. But he told us last night, Brooke, as you know, it's for the record. We've alerted fire and safety, tow. We want to wish him the best. Hold your breath for this one. Looked like a good launch. Oh yeah, he's in the power. Oh, he's in the big power. Oh, that's going to be bad fast.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Wait for it to show up on my screen. There it is. New world record.
My God.
260.72 miles an hour. Mark Rau, AZ Cycle Parts, in the house.
He did it.
I told you that was going to be fast, Brooke. I could see it.
I felt
That
how
is your
fast that
new
was.
standing half-mile world record. Mark Rau, AZ Cycle Parts, underground racing
Wow.
in the
I mean,
house.
seriously, I could still feel that
Woo!
pass.
What do you
That
think
was
about
incredible. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Look at everyone over there, excited for Mark. Just reset the world record. $260. I can't imagine what 260 feels like. That's got to be insane. Well deserved. All right, we got cameras heading over so we can go see how Mark's feeling about that pass. Incredible, and this is just the very start of today. I mean, we have a lot more in store, but that was a great way to start the day. And again, these conditions just could not be better. I mean, it is beautiful out here. All right, it looks like we're ready over at the UGR pits. Talk to Mark Rau. Great shot of the pits right there. This is just awesome. You know, we have so many more hours of racing all day and tomorrow. We are just getting started here. All right. Jimmy went over to go talk to Mark. While that's going on, we got some more racing going on. Track is back live. Looks like we have Evan Mager in his 2024 Chevy Z06. I believe this is his first pass. Evan Meager with a 149.01. Look at that Corvette. Who we got coming up? Little Corvette on Mustang action. You know, I have a good friend with a Corvette, Dustin Perrone. His is a little bit slow though. Can you say that one more time? Yes, sir. You said tag Marla? Here we go with another fast bike. Jace Newman in his 2005 Hayabusa. His best pass so far, 176. Let's see if he can do better. Jace with a 178. Up 2 miles an hour. I'm telling you, these conditions are amazing out here today. Truly, in drag racing, I'd be very, very happy with these conditions, and I'm sure that everyone else here is also very happy about these. Ooh, a little squirrely.
You hear that? is in my ear, but I can't. It's so.
Are you guys switching the cameras over?
I'm standing here with the world's fastest human being in the half mile at 260.7 miles an hour. 260.7 miles an hour. It doesn't feel real. And I will tell you right now, Mark from AZ Cycle Parts, Underground Racing, that's obviously who built the car. We're in their pits. And Mark, how does it feel? Tell me what you're feeling right now.
I'm still shaking. I've been chasing this for years, and the stars aligned today. And the best part, we have more left to go.
Oh, snap. Did you hear that? There's more left in the car. Are you kidding me right now? Don't tell me that was a low boost hit.
That was our shakedown run for the day.
Oh, well, no wonder you're still shaking. How did it feel in the car when you got probably about halfway down? How did it feel to you?
It was violent, but there's no feeling like it on earth. Like, it's insane. You can't even wrap your head around it.
So the adrenaline just kicked in, and are you starting to kind of get that shaken off right now?
I got out of the car. I could barely stand.
Well, I tell you right now, we're going to have to get you a new jacket, because the 251, you can just hang that one up. Now it's 260, baby.
That's right. I appreciate Shift Sector, Jason, you, everybody that's supported my dream, Kevin Casey, my business partner Fred. None of this would be possible without any of them. And man, it was worth the chase for this moment. So
now that brings it all together, man. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. We're so proud of you. So Mark Rau, AZ Cycle Parts, new world record holder right here, 260.7 miles an hour. You saw it here first. Awesome. Thank you, man.
All right, everyone, we're back to racing over here. Man, something about those STOs, they look so good. They are beautiful cars. Julian, his best time in that car so far, 156.09. Let's see if he can beat it. Can you guys let me know when the tag is coming on? All right, we got Bob Ford on deck in his Dodge Challenger. Interesting choice. Would have thought he would have went with a Ford. All right, Jimmy, welcome back. Nice to have you.
Oh my, yeah.
How'd that interview go?
Well, you know, it was that interview was amazing. Thank you, Brooke, for getting thrown right into the spotlight there and doing a fantastic job. Appreciate you. Mark says hello, by the way.
Awesome.
He's Oh, that was something, I will say.
I'm sure he is just so excited.
He can't stop shaking because, yeah, that was something.
I was saying I can't imagine what 260 feels like. What does that feel like?
I don't know. And, the reality of it is for those of you at home and, anybody that can hear me here, I did, of course, talk to my good friends over there, Kevin and Casey Howarth, who obviously the two brothers who own Underground Racing. And, to be fair, a record's a record, right? And that was an actual test hit.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not.
That was a test hit? That's incredible.
And what I mean by that is they were testing the launch sequence so they could actually make a full pass.
That is crazy.
And so kudos to Mark.
He had to have just felt it. He felt it in his bones that was the pass.
But what I'm saying, Brooke, is they didn't give him all the power yet.
That's crazy. I honestly, I can't believe that they can go faster. I mean, that's insane. 260 on a test hit.
Yeah, so that was kind of crazy because everybody was a little stunned, obviously, that was the world record hit, at this point. And kudos to Mark for recognizing that and obviously having the ability to, put it together, right? I am in shock, but at the same time not, because it's underground racing, right? So
setting a record on a test hit is absolutely insane. I mean, that is just so cool. That is so crazy.
I know. I got a little emotional about it all, so apologize to everyone at home, but I just know Mark's been chasing that, and I'd have to go back and really look. And of course, Casey Howarth in the Drag 965 Huracan, reset the record 3 times in that car. And that 259.99 stood for many years, and so Mark really wanted it. And, well, he got it. And it was a lot of hard work from everyone involved to get there. So
incredible. Well-deserved. I'm honestly speechless. I cannot believe that.
Oh, here's Jaddy Gill in the General Lee Viper 3,000 horsepower. I think he's just going to do a shakedown. They just had a transmission. I believe RPM Transmissions did a transmission for this thing last second. Jaddy, he's an excellent driver too, and you never know what you're going to get with him. He could just put his foot in it and send it, but that was supposed to be a shakedown pass. We'll see what the mile an hour looks like here as I kind of get back into the groove from being pretty excited. I mean, 260 miles an hour, that's the first person to ever go 260 ever in the half mile, so.
Truly speechless over here.
Jaddy with a 200 mile an hour shakedown pass, nicely done. Whew, yeah, it's going to take me a while to come down from that adrenaline high. Got a couple Mustangs on deck here, Timothy and Glenn, GT500 and another Mustang, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, I appreciate the hospitality over in Underground Racing. They have a pretty good program, and I kind of stepped foot in their pit area to get the interview, so I appreciate that. Got to see John Reed. Of course, John Reed Racing is the tune that obviously got that record, so he's excited as well. So shout out to John Reed, the best in tuning. So they were all talking about, what do we do now? So I don't know. As soon as Mark probably calms down, I have a feeling we're going to see, yet again another attempt at, maybe we'll see the record fall again. I don't know, but
well, Jimmy, I have a little inside scoop, and I think there's going to be another fast UGR car coming out really soon.
You're right. It's actually on deck right now. It's Tag Marlowe, Audi R8 GT, went 241.6. Looking for a new record here. I don't know if it's the DCT. I'm not 100% sure. They'll tell me, though, but here you go. Tag is in the power. That also looked bad fast.
It sure did.
Underground racing in the house. Tag mile an hour coming up. What's it going to be? I'm waiting for it to drop in my queue here. Official mile an hour is what shows up on my screen, not on the reader board. So hang on. There it is, 244.96 miles an hour.
Wow.
Tag Marlowe, UGR in the house.
They were not messing around this weekend.
No.
Wow.
No, and it's only Saturday.
I was saying while you're gone, it's it's what, 10 o'clock in the morning, and we're already setting records over here. We got all weekend to reset them again and again.
Yeah, well, I mean, these cars are pretty impressive. It's a whole different, like you and I were talking about the half mile and quarter mile differences. It's pretty. You just imagine going 260 miles an hour. We're not talking. You're going so fast for so much longer, I think is really the thing, and I think that's what gets you hooked. I'm pretty sure of it. That was the Clarks there, Tracy and Rob Clark, both ZL1 Camaros, 151 for Tracy. See a big burnout over there. I'm not sure what that car is. So yeah, we're still just kind of sort of, I still got the shakes. Rob with a 147 there in his Camaro.
Is that a Chrysler 300 coming up?
That is a Chrysler 300. And some dancing up there. I believe that's Indiana Corn Marketing Council Alina. I saw her on camera there. Likely going to do some arm drop. She is officially one of our grid girls, so... Here comes this Tesla.
The spaceship.
It is a spaceship. I would agree. I mean, the Chrysler 300 sounded good.
Yeah.
173.3 for Peter, 152 for Jesse in the Hellcat. That's what it says. I don't know. It says Dodge Hellcat.
Jimmy, I don't think that was a Hellcat.
Yeah, I don't either. I think Jesse's switched it up on us. Oh, here comes Big Wing. Now he was.
Oh man.
He was big impressive yesterday. 218, I think, is.
Crazy.
I believe you called that right? 218.
Yes, crazy.
I was saying, I was at home. I was just telling everybody he was winging it, but yeah, he was winging it all right.
I'm excited to see this thing run.
That thing's all the way up there. We had to get clearance from the space station for that wing. Look at this thing go. It's amazing.
Moving.
That is another really fast pass. Mile an hour for him coming up. That's John Van Ellick in a CTSV 2500 horse. Like I said yesterday, best 218.5. Waiting for his mile an hour to populate here. 215 that time, so 215.7, so that's the second fastest ever. This is another bad fast car right here. I believe that's Perlman. Yep, that's Perlman right there. This is a bad fast car. He's swinging for the fences as well.
Really?
And this car is capable. And Perlman's just such a great guy. Let's watch. Didn't look like he got the launch that maybe he wanted, but he's staying in it, so let's see what he does. I'm telling you, Brooke, this car's bad fast.
Wow.
Perlman driving through the chute. That was fast.
I felt that one, Jimmy. That was crazy.
Oh my goodness. There you go. 251.26 miles an hour. That's the first hit of the weekend for that car.
That is insane.
Oh my gosh. We have some fast stuff out here at the Indy Airstrip Attack. Of course, brought to you by none other than the Indiana Corn Marketing Council and, of course, the First Farmers Bank and Trust. Yeah, you just saw Perlman light up the lights. 2,500 horse, 251.2 first hit. Let's hear it for Perlman. Woo!
I don't know, Jimmy. I'm really starting to like these V10s.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. I knew it was coming. I knew it. Well, Brooke, if you wanted to go faster, you could just get 4 cylinders.
Okay.
So there's our very own Indiana Corn Marketing Council. It's Alina. Right there. She's going to line him up. Arm drop. And go.
Someone's still back there sleeping.
Yeah, they're still asleep. That's the FD. That's Kelly in the RX-7 900 horse FD that we haven't seen. There it is. And Adrian, to be fair, jumped. But I've seen that FD. I've called him before out here. Beautiful car, 900 horse. I believe it's an LS that's in it. 180.6 for Kelly. Adrian, who jumped with the 152.6. Here comes another bike and a car.
My favorite combo.
Yeah, so I mean, you could talk to English Racing. I mean, I'm sure everybody over at AMS Martin, they'd be like okay with that, right? Just
moving to a V10.
Yeah,
I'm sure they'd be happy.
No, that wasn't where I was going with that. No, you could.
Oh.
No, just getting right on over to a B series, right? 4 cylinders.
Oh my God, I can't stand you. I can't stand you, Jimmy. I truly can't.
No one was harmed in this message yet.
If I'm moving, I'm only going up in cylinders, not down.
That was Maximilian there, 157.2. Richard in the black wing, 1,000 horse, 154.5. I see another winged warrior coming up to the starting line, so Sarah Bolin in the Mustang GT against this wicked Viper.
Looks like that was Sarah Bolin in her Mustang GT. Best time so far, 150.
Yeah, not sure what happened with Nick there, 105.5. I know the car's faster than that, so not sure what went down there, but it looks like Sarah did same, 150.7. So good job there, Nathan
Very
Smith.
consistent.
Yeah, very. Like I said, love seeing females in motorsports. So
Absolutely.
got to get more out there. It is a woman's world. That's right. You heard it here first. I'm just partying in it. So Nathan Smith in the M5. I see a Corvette. I just don't have the stuff in my queue here, but nice looking Corvette. M5 kind of sneaking through the traps there. That was Phyllis Ober in the Grand Sport. 159.5 for Phyllis. 770 horse in that beast. Yet another potential female in motorsports. Love it. 133.1 for Nathan. A couple more awesome looking Corvettes. Randy Smith there in the Z06, 169.9 best so far. Was Garrett in the other lane with the 154 in that Z06. Clark Rosenthal in the Camaro, 209.99 best. Clark's Camaro gets faster every year. Let's see what that mile an hour looks like this time around. There it is. He's going to love that. 215.31 miles an hour in the Camaro. Clark getting it done. Love that. It's funny because on my screen he listed his horsepower as 516. Good one, Clark. Good one. Start calling him Sandbag Sally. Got a couple bikes coming up here. Do you happen to know the fastest? You may not. Do you know the fastest Corvette in the half mile?
I don't.
Oh, let me tell you, Brooke. So the fastest Corvette in the half mile, and also the fastest rear-wheel drive in the half mile by a long shot, is Bad Boy Morris Malone in his Z06. 253 miles an hour.
I laugh because it's just so unbelievable how fast these cars are going.
And only rear-wheel drive.
Golly.
Also, FYI, tuned by John Reed Racing. But nonetheless, the old record was Send It Sal. Yeah, I nicknamed him that. Way back at Pikes Peak days in his Viper. That old record was 244.
Oh, here we go with the tape again. Add some mile per hour.
I thought they were getting ready to paint it, but maybe you're right. That makes a lot more sense. Maybe it adds a little MPH. That's David Pitzer in the Viper, 217 best so far. He was on a good pass. That's Evan in the Z06 C8. Beautiful car, 149.01 best so far. Pitzer, though, was on a run, though. Let's see what that mile an hour looks like. Seems like the cars are getting faster and faster. 216.2, been really reliable there. 148.2 for Evan, went a little faster. Got an old factory, or got a Factory 5 old Cobra replica. Beautiful car. He comes out every year. It's always good seeing him. James Walden, he's got some beautiful cars. 190 horsepower, so he's probably got a Factory 5.0 in it, because that's about what they make to the tire. There's no problem getting some tire spin. The car only weighs like 2,100 pounds, so there's that. Brooke, could you imagine all the power you make if your car only weighed 2,100 pounds?
Oh, man. I sure wish it did weigh that much.
How much does the Alpha Princess weigh?
About 3,700 pounds.
So you have done some weight stuff.
Took a couple
weight
things,
reduction?
yeah, a couple things out of the back.
Kenneth Walter in that GT 350 right there. The Hellcat before, Daniel 158.0. James with, don't really have his mile an hour just yet. We've corrected. AZ Cycle Parts Mark Rau shirt to 260.72. That was almost a 261 run. That's pretty amazing.
Craziness.
Love it. Clinton in the AMG GTS, Kenneth in that GT 350. A lot of GT stuff. I've never really noticed that though, Brooke. You're right. There is a lot more domestic.
A lot of domestics here.
I hadn't really noticed that. Maybe it's time for English racing to make another comeback.
Speaking of English racing, there's a very fast full weight GTR here.
Oh, Brandon Swan. 700 horse, but a best of 161. And I think the one you're talking about though is Redzilla.
Yes.
Yes. That is more than full weight. That car weighs, if I'm not mistaken, 4,400 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it moves. That is a fast car.
225 best yesterday. I think Patrick's been faster than that. I want to say 231 if I'm not mistaken. And it's a street car.
I got to say, that might be my favorite GTR on the property.
Don't take offense to this because obviously at English Racing.
Don't say it, Jimmy.
At English Racing, they built some pretty amazing GTRs, and that is my favorite GTR build of all time. And I'll tell you why, Brooke. It's because
I'm a little heartbroken right now.
Well, male owned.
All right, see, now you redeemed yourself.
But I'll tell you why, because that car is a legitimate street car. You can put any kind of fuel in it. Lucas English tuned the Motec on that car to put any kind of fuel in it, and go anywhere. So you can drive it on the street. You could literally drive it if you wanted to with a billet block. You could drive that thing anywhere you want to go. It could literally go nationwide if you wanted to.
I love that. That's incredible.
And if you want to get spicy, you put in the spicy fuel, right?
What kind of fuel is that?
I can't say. So that one I can't say. Let's just say a little spicier than E85.
I don't think it gets much spicier than E85.
Well, you're probably right. I mean, unleaded 88 is pretty spicy, and you can find that all over the place out here. And if you need some help with finding it, you just got to let me know. Obviously, big shout out to, thank you for bringing that up, Brooke. Big shout out to the Indiana Corn Marketing Council, Unleaded 88. Love having their partnership out here. The thing that amazes me, though, Brooke, and I've said it time and time again, it's our 9th year doing the airstrip attack here, right? The Indy Airstrip Attack. 65% of the drivers right now are running ethanol, likely from Indiana-based farmers, right? Which is pretty awesome.
It's probably even more, to be honest.
I think it's more based on what I know, but we've just kind of tried to put some numbers that we could back up. Only 10% were using ethanol-based, corn-based fuels when we started.
That is crazy.
I think so. And the craziest thing is, you're listening at home, you're watching. Yeah, okay, all these cars, let's face it, all these cars are fast. Every one of them, every single car on this property that's running is fast, in my opinion. But what I would say is, you could run this type of fuel in any car you have. All you got to do is just look it up online and figure out a way you can actually help the environment, burn some amazing smelling fuel. Because, I mean, are you smelling that all day long?
All day long.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I only come here for the smells. Just saying. But again, ethanol, it's where it's at. You want to look it up. I'll give you a couple places you can do that, actually. incorn.org/ethanol. That's a really good option right there. Unleaded 88, of course. You can find one near you at that same web address. Let me repeat that again. incorn.org/ethanol. Unleaded 88, engine smart, earth kind. But yeah, going back to the rear-wheel drive, overall world record, bad boy Morris Malone was swinging for the fences for a long time. Took a bit, just like Mark. Took some time to get there, and of course, you probably don't know this, but the car is now, it's coming to the next event, which our next event will be in Abilene. It's the finals. Obviously, I think he's leading the charts on rear-wheel drive. I can't remember, but after that event, they delivered the car to Caliber Customs, who does a lot of their custom work, actually all their good custom work, I should say. And John Reed, obviously tuning, and they are looking for another, are you sitting down? 1,000 horsepower.
Wow. 1,000 horsepower. Extra.
To make the 253 mile an hour run in that Z06 Corvette, with the amount of boost that they had, they actually ran out of boost, ran out of motor, ran out of everything. John Reed threw everything at that car and we're talking literally at the last pass, but nonetheless, I think they said it was somewhere around 2,800 horse. So it takes a lot of horsepower to go that fast, but it doesn't take a lot of horsepower to have fun. So don't forget about that. We're just kind of tidying up a couple things here on the track. And then looks like we've got a couple cars getting ready to line up. Of course, you can see, there you go, right there. Got a Corvette and Challenger. And once again, congrats to Underground Racing for continually pushing and developing the platform. And to your obviously new world record of 260.7. First to 260. That's got to feel good to get that out. It's been a long road to get there, and you guys did a great job. So big shout out to Underground Racing for continually pushing the platform and developing the V10 and the related cars that those are in. Tag just ripped off a 244.9. I mean, oh my gosh, in an Audi R8. That's unbelievable. Many years ago, couldn't even imagine calling a 200 mile an hour half-mile pass, and yet here we are. So got Andrew Wydell in the Corvette, Wesley in the Challenger. Get their mile an hour as soon as it pops up on my screen. Hope my fans in the stands are doing good out there. 145.3 Wesley. Andrew with a 159.1. We're going to do like an at-home and here in-person wave. Are you ready? Can I get a woo? All right. Well, I had at least two people here. Here we go. We got the one-arm bandit. Super sweet. Clint Sweet. 1,000 horse. Been a 180.3. Going up against a really nice Corvette. So Nino in the Corvette, but Clint is going to give him a big toe all the way down the end. Look at the front end of that car come up, Brooke.
Man, that thing was moving.
Now just imagine, I just want to point this out to everybody at home because you wouldn't know, you can't see in the car and so on, right? So Clint just ripped off a 180.8. That's his third pass over 180 miles an hour, right? Imagine steering a Mustang at 180 miles an hour with only one arm.
Insane.
Right?
Insane.
So kudos to Clint, as always. Such a good guy, such a great sport, and he's just doing things that to me seem unfathomable. So I just wanted everybody at home to know that, because you wouldn't know unless you actually were here, I would think, or if you know Clint, obviously, which I'm proud to call him a great friend, and obviously his wife as well. They're super sweet. This is Sean in the 911 Turbo. Been at 195 so far. He's looking for 200 anything. This car sounds bad fast too, by the way. Well, it did until it didn't. I think he got out of it is what I'm trying to say. He's moving a little slow, but it's still running, so I'm not sure what's up there. Hopefully nothing major.
What do we got coming up here? I can't even tell. What is that? What is that, Jimmy?
That looks to me like some type of Mopar product.
Wow.
Oh, that's an Aston Martin, I believe, right?
Beautiful. Always wondered how fast those are, so I guess we'll see.
About 140 to 160,
Really?
depending on how it's configured. But yeah, that's Chris Williams in the 22 Aston Martin Vantage, 550 horse.
And my girlfriend Natasha loves those Aston Martins. Wait till you see this one.
It's coming up right now. You can hear the blower whine on the Mopar. But look at Chris Williams in that Aston Martin. That's the only Aston Martin we have this weekend. I've called a few. Let's see if it approached 150. So Dave Webster, 150.8. Chris in the Aston Martin, waiting for that mile an hour to show up, 550 horse. Wait for it, wait for it. Just not showing up on my screen just yet.
Beautiful Porsche coming up right now.
Yeah, I believe that's a female. I believe that's Doka. It is, Kristen Doka. So 144.6. See, I was right on the money. I knew it on the Aston Martin. Kristen Doka, she's looking for 200.
Really? In the Porsche?
And
Heck yeah.
Kristen has been bad fast before, so anything could happen. I know they were doing some shakedown runs, so.
That sure sounded fast.
Yeah, Kristen is no slouch. Definitely, like you, Brooke, a fantastic driver. 194.8, like I said, she's looking for 200. So 194.89. I have no doubt that car will get faster.
She's
That
close.
was a shakedown run.
Yeah.
So can imagine. I think Kristen's going to do it this weekend. Now, Greg Ibsen, also a 200-mile-an-hour car right here. Got the Punisher on the hood. He's about ready to punish the airstrip. 204.3 best so far. He's making real good use of that unleaded 88 in that beast.
Love listening to you talk, Jimmy. It's amazing.
Okay, he's going through it. I would say that's definitely over 200. Let's see what it looks like, though. He's made 3 hits over 200 so far. Let's see what this one is. Greg in the Corvette, 1,620 horse. Of course, that's 5th gen. Jen Harper pulling up there on your screen. Surprised she's not topless. I'm talking about the car. Get your mind out of the gutter. Scott Rogers next. I'm still waiting for Greg's mile an hour. Just hasn't shown up yet. Almost there, but not. I don't know where it's at. .208.04. There you go. New best for Greg. He's going to love that. Scott Rogers, Z06. 5th gen, Jen Harper. She put her top back on, probably getting some mile an hour. 154.3 was her best so far. I'm talking about the car. I know you're chiming in the live stream right now. 152.5 though, that time around.
Wow, dragging that parachute all the way home. You don't see that often.
Congrats on the big run too, Tag. Oh man, I meet the coolest people out at these events. I'll get into that here when I'm ready, but man, that's why coming to these events is so much fun. Julian Bassler's STO coming up here. AJ Rodman Huracan Evo did a 208.4 in the Huracan.
Well, hopefully, Jimmy, I can pilot one of Julian's cars. He said he was going to let me get in one of those. I would love that.
Well, you know, and I saw Jessica James last night, who is the world's fastest female in the half at 2:37.
Wow.
And, you know, Julian happens to have 2 different Lamborghinis, so you can see where that may go, right?
Yeah.
My vote is Brooke drives the faster one. Just throwing it out there.
All right, everyone. Let Julian know. I want to drive the fast one.
205 for AJ that time in the Huracan. Julian with a 151.8. I got Daniel Pergu. That's a tough. I'm not going to get that name right. So Daniel P. in the Hellcat has been a 159.
Daniel Perguini.
You're amazing. See, that's why I have you here
It's
for
Italian.
that. Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't get it.
It's Italian.
That's Jody Baez right there in the 997.2 turbo, 1,200 horse. Jody's also bad fast. Jody is going up against a purple 06 Saturn Ion with 500 horse listed. So there's that. Oh man, that made my day. That's not what I thought it was when I first peeked over there. 190.44 for Jody. Matt with a blistering 117.6 in the Saturn Ion. Just gained 18 miles an hour. Go, Matt. Yeah, I said blistering. That's right, because he's got to hang on the steering wheel. Can you imagine hanging on that steering wheel, that Saturn Ion, at 117? Oh, baby. see a GTR and a Corvette, but I don't have the information on there. There it is. That's speaking of Julian, that's his GTR Nismo. Unsure of the green Corvette. Scott Swanson Stingray. That's a tongue twister.
Julian was saying that's one of 6
That's on his Nismo?
of that color.
Yeah.
Nismo GTR, yeah.
Most of them were white. His is red. Just an FYI, he also has a white one. But Julian has this tendency, he buys 2 and 3 of everything he likes. So, of the 40 cars that he has, I think 3 Nismos. But the crazy thing about his STO, which we saw earlier, oh, here we go. We got Kennedy Marlowe in the R8 GT. Kennedy is 21 years old. Looking for, she's been 220, Brooke. She's looking for 245.
Golly, that's fast.
Kennedy getting it done. Love that. What's that mile an hour going to look like? UGR double hits right here. There we go. Kennedy with a 219.7 in the R8 GT. The STO, we're waiting for that mile an hour. Both UGR built cars. Tag Marlowe, Kennedy Marlowe, father-daughter team. Couldn't be better.
Love to see that.
I know. That's what I was saying. As you meet the nicest people. I don't know Tag and Kennedy all that well, but as I've gotten to know them, man, what a great father-daughter team. Love seeing that, supporting each other. So I wish I saw more of that, and I'm glad when I do. So thank you, Marlowe's. So Kennedy right there, 219.7, 211 in the other STO there. Up on deck, I got a couple German cars. Brandon in the GT3 RS.
Oh, man, that's a beautiful car.
Love those. Eric Anderson in that BMW Z4. Still going topless.
Someone's got to tell him to put that top on.
I think somebody needs to warn him. He's not going any faster, topless. Or is he?
Or is he?
He's sneaking. Oh, he's going to go around. That's going to be a bigger mile an hour in the Z4 with the top down.
That is crazy.
Than the GT3 RS. Wait for it.
Eating my words right now.
Yeah, me too. 157.2 for Eric in the Z4. Topless, no less. 143.1 for Brandon in the GT3 RS. That was kind of funny. Didn't quite expect that, not going to lie. Well, we got a couple bikes, or at least a bike coming up against, there you go, bike and a Mustang.
Love this combo. Man, I really want to race against a bike. You know, I really think that when we get Natasha out here racing on her bike, me and her should line up.
Steve McNew here, and of course that's Jace Newman. Jace Newman there, ripping through the traps. Mile an hour coming up. 151.4 for Steve. Jace with a 169.3. Patrick Kennedy, there he is. English
Love
Racing.
this car.
225 first hit. Go, Patrick, go. Oh, English put the spicy tune in. I think he got out of it, though, didn't he?
He did get out of it. Man, that thing was moving.
A little too much English Racing horsepower.
You probably have one more race, and then we need to go cool.
Still did a 188 too, Brooke, so that was pretty awesome. I got Peter coming up the Corvette. Going to get a brief track hold for a moment, so.
So, Jimmy, yesterday, I'm still learning about half mile, and you were telling me about the point system. Can you explain that just a little bit more?
Well, so basically, if you win, you win your class, then you get X amount of points, right? And then at each event, they stack up to a championship, which the finals for us, for Shift Sector, is obviously coming up in Abilene, in Texas.
And this is a year long.
It's
all
long.
year long. Okay.
All year long. Yep. So
and
you
when's
earn points.
the first race?
The first race for this year, obviously, was California.
Okay.
And that was, I want to say, April.
April. Okay.
And then you just build points as you go. If you win your class, then you get X amount of points, and then you move on to the next event. You do the same thing, or maybe you get second place that time. You still get points, and then it just builds up to where we're at. I know everybody really gets a shot, which is the great thing. Jason, who owns Shift Sector, did a fantastic job kind of putting that together. I think it kind of gives everyone a chance. That's the great thing. There's a lot of classes. I think just about anybody can join in. I think the only thing they don't have is a rental car class, but I'm working on that right now because I think I could dominate that. But
I don't know, Jimmy. We might have you in the candy van.
That's true. Well, anyway. Anyway, yeah. So
watch it, Jimmy.
Yeah. I'm not sure. We got the track shut down for a second. So Brooke, do you want to hit?
I don't want to hit you, Jimmy.
No, not that. No, don't hit me again. Maybe talk about a couple of those for a second as I maybe use the bathroom.
Absolutely. Maybe I could tell you guys about the Indiana Corn Marketing Council. The Indiana Corn Marketing Council serves the 20,000 Indiana corn farmers to help create demand and broaden markets for corn and corn products like ethanol. Love me some good E85. They're opening up opportunities down the road and across the globe for Indiana's corn farmers. Just so those of you watching at home know, like the race car drivers here, you too can fuel up with a renewable corn ethanol blend. Unleaded 88 can be used in virtually every car. While that yellow cap or flex fuel logo means you can grab the E85 pump and find a station, just go to incorn.org/ethanol. So Jimmy took a break. He went to go to the bathroom, and I'm hoping that while he's out there, he can grab me a Casey's ice cold beverage. Can you do that for me, Jimmy, wherever you are? I love going to Casey's. They have actually unleaded 88 and E85. Check out a local Casey's near you. We got some visitors over here, Julian and Evie. Hello, how are you?
There you go.
Evie? How are you? Guess what I owe you today? A sticker. Whoa. Remember I told you I was going to give you 2 stickers today? I'm going to go get them.
Sorry, guys. I'll be back. Doing good. Doing good. All right. Back at it. Great job, Brooke.
This one, my son's car.
We've got Christopher Craig out there, GT500, Jordan Sloan in that BMW M3 CS. Love seeing that.
Bye, Evie.
That's
All right, here we go. Bike and car. I love this.
Oh, that is your favorite thing, huh, Bricky Brooke? 166.3 for that M3, 183. Boy, there's a lot of threes in there in that GT500. And as Brooke was saying, Charles Morrell, 200 mile an hour capable bike. He's been 200 up against Ben in the C8 Corvette. Charles Morrell was able to do 200.98 yesterday.
Wow, he's flying.
Yeah, he's moving. Let's see what that mile an hour actually looks like. And he slowed down a little there. 185.1, Ben with a 138.6. Pretty common for those C8 Corvettes. That seems where they kind of go 138 to 142. Here you go. Here's female in racing. That's Jessica Hassing.
This is one mean Mustang.
Big time mean. Jessica just went 207 and change. Almost 208, which would be, I think that is her new personal best. I hear it bouncing off the traction control. She got out of it. She got out of it quick on that run. Something was going down. I'm not sure what, but man, that thing sounds good. Tyler Hassing, her husband, really knows how to make those cars work. That car is stable, and for a Mustang to be that stable in a half-mile environment, it's impressive. Great job, Tyler. It's a fantastic husband-wife team, so always cheering them on. Timothy Logue, Mustang, coming up. Been at 136.8. I don't know who's beside.
Is that a Subaru Forester?
Well, by golly, I believe it is. For all you Subi fans, here's your hit.
Is it?
I believe so. And I believe it's keeping up with the Mustang.
Wow!
And now passing the Mustang.
That might be the fastest Subaru I've ever seen.
It'll need head gaskets by the time it gets to the 8th. But it's doing great now. That's a cool little Subaru, not gonna lie.
It definitely sounds like a Subaru.
It does. And we'll leave it at that. I'm just having fun. Mile an hour coming up for both of them. Timothy Logue, Mustang. I didn't get the gentleman's name or I don't know if it was a gentleman or a lady or what in the Subaru, but doesn't matter. I just showing the love. It's a Subaru thing.
I'm really impressed by all these Porsches here too, and they're really quick.
Oh yeah. So that was Dave Johnston in a 04 Forester that just went 140 miles an hour.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So Dave, we're fans.
Yeah, good on you, Dave. I like it. No, really, see, these Porsches are just beautiful.
Yeah, there's a handful of them, and all of them are bad fast.
I know Ames here. They build some absolutely gorgeous Porsches.
Yeah. Just straight up Porsche monsters, I think is the best way to call them. it's pretty crazy. I don't know if our live stream camera team can pan over during this race or whatever, but we got a jet. We're on an active airstrip. I want to remind everyone at home, we are actually on an active airstrip, and there's a jet actually right off to the side, and I think they're doing some people transfer.
Yeah, they just landed.
Yep.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of neat. It's off to the side, so I don't know if any of our camera
look
operators.
At that
there
thing.
you go.
That is so cool.
Just kind of hanging out, at an active airstrip. No big deal. NBD. Looks like something's going down. Don't know what it is. It does. Well, the DEA is not involved, so it's probably going to be okay. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. But yeah, really cool, huh, Brooke? I mean,
yeah, that is so neat.
Everyone, it probably needs a reminder that we are guests here. This is an active airstrip, and we are commonly landing planes and having planes take off. And as a matter of fact, I'm expecting a friend to fly in tomorrow.
Very cool. I just think that is so neat.
Here we go. Another female in motorsports. That's Jessica James, fastest female in the half.
Oh, man.
She get a little squirrely there?
Oh, yeah. That, whew. Gave me a little bit of a heart attack.
Little too much too soon. Jessica's no slouch once again. Jessica James, fastest female in the half. 237 miles an hour in an underground racing built Lambo.
That's that. No, obviously no prep here. It's crazy. It's a different world from what I'm used to.
No prep at all. Jessica's still on the. I'm sure I don't know if you can see it. Jessica's still on course.
All right, we got this Chrysler 300 back up against an old Fox body. I love those cars.
Oh yeah, well I myself have an English racing built Fox body.
Do you really?
Yep.
I did not know that about you, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
There's a lot of surprises. Brooke. But yeah,
easy there.
Good surprises, Brooke. All good. Yeah, English racing built LS swap. A very serious LS swap. It's a road race car. Lucas and Miles and myself and Phil Frank, which if you don't know who that is, Phil Frank, I'll give him a little shout out. Phil Frank has designed all the Celine Mustangs from 94 on. And then also his big claim to fame is the Celine S7, if you know what that is. It's kind of a supercar.
That's crazy.
So he's been a good friend of mine for decades, and so he's raced with us and Lucas and Miles and another gentleman named Cody Smith. So anyway, we've piloted that beast. So yeah, I'm a big Fox body fan. Had quite a few, and right now I just have the one English racing built Fox body. So it's.
I always said if I went domestic, that's where I'd go.
Easy to do anything with in a Fox body. The road race thing is a lot harder than the quarter mile stuff because, as everyone knows, you can really make a Fox body hookup.
Is that a challenge?
Ooh, well, I mean, we could have you out. That's not a problem. We should have you out actually and road race with us. We do endurance racing, so we race that car for 24 hours at a time.
That's amazing.
A lot of fun, a lot of work, but also worth it. So it looks like we got Jessica. I don't know if she ran out of fuel. I'm not sure what happened there. They're getting that figured out. Meanwhile, we're just chilling, waiting for Brennan Doolittle, who had a birthday yesterday. Shout out to him. Jesse Wilson in the Hellcat. Next to him, 1,000 horse. Just an FYI, those that are here, and of course you want to hear this if you're at home, regardless, we're going to be qualifying ends here in 30 minutes. So noon, 12 o'clock, is cutoff for qualifying. So if you're qualifying for one of your classes for the championship or for the day, either way, noon is the cutoff. So you're going to want to head out there and make a pass before 12 o'clock. At 12:01, it will not count. So make sure that you get in and get out. To be fair, I think Mark Rau's probably pretty safe where he's at for the mile an hour. But regardless,
I'd say so.
Regardless, if you're in the competition portion, then make sure and get out there before 12 o'clock. Don't say I didn't say so, okay? So that was Brennan Doolittle, Jesse Wilson in the Hellcat with a 161.3. Don't have the mile an hour yet for Brennan. I do see a Lambo pulling back up. That's Marisol in the AMG GTC.
So the two lined up right now. The airport needs to send 2 cars across the track.
So we got the top down in the AMG. Got one of Julian's Lambos, 152.9, that pass. A 149.8 there for Marisol, all top-down action right there.
We actually just talked to Julian, and
Yeah, trying to stage
set up a race.
Yeah, a little girl race, I would say, lady race. Probably better to say that. And between Jessica James and Brooke Barini, who wants to see that? I know I do.
I think that would be a blast.
Right? So let's get that put together and let them duke it out. I think it'll be great. I don't know if he brought both of his Nismos, but that'd be fun too, right?
That would actually be a lot of fun.
So Julian is a great sport. I'm sure he'll get that figured out today. I look forward to it. All right, we got Steve McNew and, of course, Mark Bayless in the Indiana Corn Marketing Council Shift Sector Taxi. Steve McNew in the mock. Mock McNew, there's his new, that's it. That's it forever. He's Mock
good
McNew.
at
Mr. Mock McNew. Been a best of 153.6. Bayless, well, it doesn't even count, but he's been, let's call it 12 miles an hour. I don't know. Of course, I'm kidding, but let's see how fast he's been. He has been 132.5. Actually, that's pretty respectable. Ryan Scholler, Camaro SS, Caleb in the M4. That's what we see right here.
All right, Jimmy. It looks like I just got called out on live chat.
Oh boy.
Boosted 14R said he will run me in Abilene on his bike, and I'm going to take up that challenge.
Oh, I want to see that.
Watch out, Boosted 14R. I'm coming for you.
Do you know who Boosted 14R is?
I don't. Do you?
I do.
You do?
He is the fastest person on two wheels.
Oh, God. This is what I get.
Just saying. What do we got here? It looks like another underground racing Lambo up on deck. Beautiful. Violet purple.
Gosh, I love this thing. It's just stunning.
That is.
And fast.
And real fast.
Real fast.
Yeah. Well, that's just kind of what you expect out of the underground racing camp. You don't get slow Lambos out of that camp. That's Jonathan Henley, though, in the Corvette Z06. UGR Lambo. Purple, and it's moving. Look at the gap there. Oh, my gosh.
Golly.
Oh, man. Going to be excited for that. That's going to be a good pass. Mile an hour coming up. I'm just taking a little extra time. We're out in the middle of a field here. So that's Tom, of course. Tom Espo. And mile an hour, that time around 201.3. Second fastest he's been. Fantastic there. Jonathan next to him, the Corvette 153.7. Here comes that fast Porsche.
Those STOs are something else. They look so freaking good.
Mm-hmm. Who sent you that little screen grab there?
It was Natasha. Natasha, you watching the live?
Oh,
Very nice. Thank you, Natasha.
Big shout out to Natasha.
Yeah, I just buried myself. Boosted 14R. I guess be nice to me. mean. They just sound so mean, those Porsches.
Yeah. That Porsche sounded all business. Sean, no slouch to high-speed Porsches. Mile an hour for Sean this time around. It looked good to me. I know he's been getting some stuff kind of straightened out there. Just waiting for the mile an hour. 190.44 that time around. Of course, we got Mike Morrison. You haven't seen this Malibu. Randy in the Aprilia next to him. I call it the boo-boo.
The boo-boo. Jimmy, you're something else.
He's doing it for Wounded Veteran Warriors. We got the Warriors Motorcycle Club. Big shout out to them. Fantastic job as always, Tyler and team. But check out this boo-boo, Mike Morrison, 1300 horse.
That thing is cool.
When it goes by, it'll rattle things. It's a great deal. Wounded Warriors and whatnot. You'll see when he goes by. He's a veteran himself, so appreciate him being out here. Mile an hour for them. Mike Morrison in a 1980 Chevrolet Malibu just went 161 miles an hour, Brooke. So there's that.
Jeez.
Bike went 166.3. I got Caleb. Oh, there's Josh Spence in the CTSV wagon.
All right, now here's another domestic that I really like.
It's not often that you see. Oh, he's getting
Ooh, a little
sideways.
squirrely.
He's on the boil. I've called Josh over 200.
Still in it.
He is still in it big time.
Wow, that thing's moving.
Wow, that was a good pass for Josh. Let's see what that mile an hour is.
That was amazing.
That 192.3 for Josh in a wagon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That's hauling all the mail, all the groceries, and all the goodies. If you haven't seen that car in person, you should. The build on that thing is amazing. 145.3 for Caleb. Got the Veils back. Sporting that unleaded 88. Making a few hits. Rami Swan.
Here we go, another EV.
Yep. Makes me wonder if he just got plugged into a diesel generator or a generator powered by ethanol.
Well, this Sissio R8 looks fast.
It is. Been 228.3.
Wow.
Yep. Little Sissio action.
They've been building a lot of V10s lately, and they all look amazing,
They
sound
do.
amazing, fast.
Nathan
There
Sissio.
he goes.
I didn't see him if he's on the property, but he's got a few cars here. Always good to see Nathan out here. Made a real fast run there. What's that mile an hour going to look like? There it is. New best for that car. No, second best, sorry. 226.2 for Kenneth in the Sissio Audi R8. Rami Swan with a 170.1. Probably got distracted by the jet that's getting ready to take off.
I'd love to see this. You know, these shops like Calvo and UGR and Sissio doing not only one type of racing very, very competitively, drag racing, but now out here being competitive in the half mile. I mean, that's awesome. I'd love to see that.
It's amazing, you know, and like I said, I've known a lot of these guys and gals for so many years. It's good to see. And right now we got Jaddy Gill in the Calvo General Lee Viper. He told me he was going to kind of sneak up on it. His first hit was 200. It sounds like he got out of it a few hundred feet from the flag, so 175.99. But Jaddy, definitely no slouch to fast cars. I still remember being in Pikes Peak, and he his intake blew up in his Audi R8, and it blew the rear window and launched the intake 50 feet in the air.
Oh my gosh.
That was super cool. I mean, it wasn't cool that it broke, but man, what an epic. I think he still went 228 miles an hour. So it was pretty wild. He owned the Audi R8 record for some time. Got Garrett in the Z06, James in that Factory 5 Cobra.
Jimmy, my dad is watching on the live stream right now, and
What?
he wanted to make sure that I mentioned, don't forget about Unleaded 88.
Really?
Yeah, he's actually a big fan of the Indiana corn and soy industry, serving the Indiana soybean farmers.
Wow, I didn't know Mr. Barini was a big Unleaded 88 Indiana Corn Marketing Council fan. That's, shout out to you, sir. Thanks for letting me borrow your daughter. I'm pretty honored. I mean, Mr. Barini is actually watching our live stream.
He is.
Oh my gosh. Now I have arrived. And I do mean that, sir. There's an Indiana Corn Marketing Council Mustang right there, GT 500. You can see it. Packing that Unleaded 88 heat. Packing that Unleaded 88 heat. That's Glenn Griffiths, Indiana Corn Marketing Council, GT 500. Love that. Scott Rogers in a Z06. We're just waiting for this big old monster, beautiful airplane. Look at that thing.
That is a gorgeous plane.
Wow. I love the colors.
Look at that thing. For those watching at home, this plane, it actually might be one of the most beautiful planes I've ever seen.
Yeah, that thing's
crossing
gorgeous.
Crossing the airstrip right now.
Yeah, that thing's gorgeous. Wait for this plane to taxi, and I will call it launch. That's what I could call it. Get airborne. That's what I really meant to say, as planes do. And then we got, of course, the Indiana Corn Marketing Council GT 500. That's there. And Glenn Griffiths piloting that beast. Scott Rogers, Z06. See our camera angles and flags. Got a little more of a tailwind, I think. It's weird because it's like a side wind. Yeah, I think it's more of a side wind, which is, I guess, why I could read the flags, huh, Brooke? Makes sense. They're bending. They're bending big time. So hopefully you're having fun at home watching our live stream. Some great footage, of course, brought to you by the entire Revolution.com team. Nothing better than that. And, of course, we got Jeffrey J. Hart in the control tower, doing a great job as always, directing us, or maybe we're unsupervised. I don't know. He probably wouldn't want us being unsupervised, so I bet he's listening.
Also, Jimmy, I want to thank you for stopping at Casey's while you were out, grabbing me a nice cold beverage and a slice of pizza. Did you happen to fill up your car while you went out? Maybe with some unleaded 88 or E85?
Yeah, that's no problem, Brooke. I mean, I just made a quick stop. I was going to go to the bathroom. I decided to run all the way over to Casey's because, that's the second time I've been to Casey's today. Obviously, the first time was this morning. And ran over and, got myself, I like the purple monster drink, so hopefully you like that because that's all I got you.
As long as it's ice cold.
Well, and then I got you some popcorn. So, because we're going to start talking about who you're going to race and how that's going to play out. So I'm going to be having the popcorn while we talk about that.
Love it.
But
the most important question, did you fill up with unleaded 88 while you were there?
Well, I filled up a couple cans because, we needed some out here because the rental car probably would get too spicy, and I don't want to offend anybody by beating them after filling up at Casey's with unleaded 88. So,
fair enough.
quick announcement. I got I got a couple things going on here. Obviously, we just had Glenn Griffiths with a ripper 167.6 in the Indiana Corn Marketing Council GT500. Scott in the Corvette with a 142.9. I got a few cars we're going to run, and then we're going to go live here. I'm not sure. I haven't heard yet, but I do know that at the track we have a small break that will be coming up, and there's a parade and some other cool stuff. So
that's cool.
Oh yeah, we got the whole Indiana Corn Marketing Council. They're all lined up actually over here.
Really?
All those are going to be in a parade here shortly, so you're not going to want to miss that.
That's exciting.
Definitely not going to want to miss that. So we're going to let a couple of these cars run, and then we will be going on that break. And I believe they're going to do a parade lap, and we'll have some announcements on that here soon. So I'm pretty excited about that. You're not going to want to miss it. I know I won't miss it because I'm going to be the one announcing it. So. $158.01 there for Daniel Andrew Wydell. 159.07. I believe that is Jessica James back at it again, if I'm not mistaken. Going up against a Corvette, I believe.
This looks like it's going to be a good race.
Oh, it's going to be a dogfight. Ruff, ruff, ruff.
All right. Relax, Jimmy.
That is Jessica James, world's fastest female in the half mile. Again, 2:37. So there's your marker right there, 2:38, and then suddenly you're now the fastest female in the half mile. It's Mike McCarley in the ZR1, been at 187. Jessica's got the jump. Listen to that big LS coming for her, though. I don't know that he got it done. Jessica looked pretty fast to me.
That was a fast pass.
194.13 for Jessica, that pass. Mike McCarley, 185.8. That was closer than I would have thought,
Yeah.
A little closer. So you can see all the cars kind of lined up there on the pre-grid, and of course it's right before we get to our break. I know that's coming up here in 10 minutes or so. Maximilian Seckler in the ZX-10R. He's been at 161. Steve McNew, that's Mach 1 McNew right there, 152. Boy, that all rhymes somewhere. Maximilian Seckler, this is a tongue twister, 161.1. Lots of ones, some twos, lots of stuff in there. Nick Meyer in the Viper. All right, so we got Bad Barry Malone Z06. We got the Indiana Corn Marketing Council Shift Sector Taxi. That's good old Mark Bayless out there. Indiana Corn Marketing Council hot rods, if you will.
He's got that thing loaded down, too.
I see that. I see that. Smiles an hour coming up. So Barry with the 162.5, nicely done, running that Indiana Corn Marketing Council goodness. Mark Bayless, same thing there. Got a nice looking Camaro coming up. Two Camaros, I should say. Rob Clark and the ZL1 1LE. Couple great looking Camaros.
Oh, here we go. I love this thing.
Oh yeah, the Wing Warrior.
Incredible.
He is definitely winging it.
You think I could fit one of those on the GTR?
I think you should.
Arr.
There, no, you got to do it right, Brooke. It's GT. Arr. Ah. That's John, of course, in the CTSV sedan. Been 218 and change. Full beast mode. I don't know if you noticed, Brooke, but we're starting to get some arrangement of cars over here.
We sure are.
Well, we're doing that for a reason.
We have a car show going on over here, it looks like.
Or is it pick a car, do a runoff, Brooke?
Ooh, that would be fun.
John with the 218.66, though. Demir in the Audi R8, been a 173.1.
All right, I got the GTR in this one.
The GT. Arr.
Y'all are something else.
We got a whole beautiful lineup of Julian's cars
Wow,
out here.
Yeah, I'm
I
getting
love
distracted.
That. I don't even know if Julian has all of his cars in one spot at any one given time. You might want to take a photo. Looking good, sir. Demir in that Audi R8 went really flying by. 174.0. Brandon Swan in the GTR 159.5.
I'm getting excited over here, Jimmy. What's going on?
Well, you know, maybe I'm up to something. Maybe I'm not. You'll never know until you know.
Scary.
Wherever you go, there you are. It's Jace Newman in the Hayabusa. I don't know if we're waiting for something like a plane to land or what's up. Guess we're going to let him run. That's Jace Newman and then Michael Penny in the Hayabusa. Michael with a 245 horse Busa. Jace with a 450 horse Busa. Pretty big mile an hour difference between the two. I'm not sure what's going on there with Michael.
Jimmy, I came for the cars, but I'm really starting to dig these bikes.
Right? I think you could absolutely, handle one of those at speed. I think it'd be great. Get Brooke Barini out there on a bike. Dad's watching at home. I'm going to guess he's probably going to be like, no, Brooke.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm a dad too, so, 3 daughters. Yeah, no. But, the cool thing is, your dad, who I do not know, Mr. Barini, but sounds like an amazing guy, obviously raised a great daughter, and I bet you he'd support you with just about anything you wanted to do.
He
if I
always
was to
does,
guess.
and he always will. I have an amazing dad.
You are. So Jeff Wisher here in the GT350R, Clinton Hyatt in the AMG GT. Jeff, are we going to sign off and then sign back on, or are we just going to stay live? What do you want to do? About how long so I can get prepared? Track's going cold, but they're going to do a parade lap, something with Indiana Corn Market. Let's make that a big deal. So my phone number is 503 358. The old, yeah. So easy. You said you had food. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay. What do you have? 503 358 8555. Yeah. 503 358 8656. He's hard to catch. You better hurry.
Wow, that's a fast BMW.
Okay, so they were, before they banked with us, and they were coming here.
Wasn't able to see what kind of BMW that was, but it looked pretty quick.
No, I know.
But that's why it's making sense for us, because we're...
That's awesome, man. Good to hear that.
Alright, so burgers, tacos, nachos, ham sandwiches.
Probably nachos because I can get that. I can get through that pretty quick.
Alright.
Yeah, probably not. Are they closed like in a clamshell thing, or are they open?
No, they're not. Oh.
Comes Jaddy. That looks like a good one. Oh, Jaddy was in the mix on that one. That looked mad fast. Brooke, did you catch that 3,000 horsepower?
I mean, how could you miss it?
There it is, 210.58 miles an hour.
Wow.
Gill getting the hides warmed up. Oh my God. Wow. Great job, Jaddy. What else do we have?
Burgers, tacos,
Tacos. Yeah, please. Sorry, buddy.
chicken.
Yes, please. Laura Coontz. Laura Coontz. Coming back for some more. There's Laura Coontz. All right. It's like, where did Laura go? There she is. The M4 going up against Matt Ober in the Mustang.
Mac and cheese and stuff too.
we got Caleb Swan. You know, FYI, there you go. There's Caleb. Right there. CG First Farmers Bank and Trust. Sounds like my good friend Layla. She did the national anthem, did a great job. She has taken off for the day, so we'll definitely miss you, Layla. Shout out to her. Obviously doing a great job there. Caleb Swan, First Farmers Bank and Trust customer. Love having the Swans out here. 146.3. CG Lantis, there he did it. 180.14. CG did it.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what he wanted.
That's right. John Moore and Nito Distri. Well, it'd probably be a lot more helpful if I would turn my microphone back on, so there's that. Oops. So once again, I'll give my good friend Layla a shout out. She did you want to catch her new album, by the way. But she just did the national anthem for us this morning, and I really appreciate her coming by. So hopefully Layla, who's listening somewhere, is watching the live stream and she can hear me giving her a shout out. So all kinds of activity down here. You can probably hear all the cars in the background. We got lots of stuff going on all here at once. A lot of activity, kind of like drag racing, but different, right?
Definitely different. Definitely different. Very fun. I love all these angles too. I mean, the drone footage is awesome.
Right? Yeah, the Revolution.com team really puts the show together, and obviously Jeffrey Jayhart in our ear, giving the direction to all the camera crew and whatever. Big shout out to both of them. Really appreciate everything that they're doing, because they're making us actually, even though you can't see us, they're making us look good. So by providing all the footage. Oh, look, there's that Subaru
there's
Forester.
the Forester.
That's right.
This might be my favorite car of the weekend.
I bet this one is not the one that we did the Pringles can cold air intake.
Probably
It
not.
was back in Pikes Peak. That was a while ago. That's Dave Johnston. Adrian Melendez in the Mach 1 there. It could be a race here. I'm not sure. The Mustang's been at 154. The Forester's been 140, almost 141.
Jimmy, I got Dave Johnston over here. That's who my money's on.
It's going to be a close one. You're going to outlaunch him for sure. As I said.
Got him on the hit.
I saw the front end dip. I was like, yep, needs head gaskets. There it goes. If you have a Subaru, I would just carry a six pack of head gaskets in the glove box, because you just never know.
Dave, I was rooting for you, man.
He still did great, though, right? Still did great. Let's look at the mile an hour and see how that fared out. 139.66, Dave. 152.7, Adrian, in the Mustang Mach 1. So I still think he did great. And like I said, it's still running. It doesn't need head gaskets yet, so winning, as far as I'm concerned. I'm showing Subaru some love right now.
Definitely the fastest Subaru on the property.
That's fact. And also happens to be, the only Subaru on the property.
Hey, now,
so.
I was trying to give him props here.
Is that Mick Lay on the launch pad I see in that Camaro? I believe it is. It certainly is. It's Mick Lay, he's been bad fast. 200.18 miles an hour last pass.
Wow.
Love watching him toss out the chute.
That thing sounds mean.
It does, doesn't it? I'm waiting for the mile an hour to show up.
What do you know about that car?
199 and change. About Mick Lay's car?
Yeah.
Makes 2,000 horsepower. It's LS powered and it's bad fast.
Wow.
I know. Look at that C8 Corvette. It's Ben Strotter in that C8 Corvette. Gary Goatley in the Hellcat Red Eye. there's so many Dodge names for the same car. It's Jailbreak, Red Eye, Hellcat, Purple Power, Orange something. I mean, there's a lot, right? They say Mopar, no car. They just wanted to get all the names on. If you look on the car, that's just clear across the dash, just names. It's great. I love it. There's our Forester coming back through, and then of course Gary in the Hellcat Red Eye Extreme Purple Edition, 158.5. Ben in the C8 Corvette, 150 or 138.9. My bad. What's next? Well, got a couple more cars pulling up here. Got the FD, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
I love this thing.
Isn't that cool? I believe it's a turbo LS, but he's got it taped up this time around, so we're in for a good time. Gabe in the Huracan, 1,700 horse, no mile an hour yet on Gabe.
Man, this thing is so cool. All blacked out.
Mm-hmm. Like a little mini Viper.
Yeah.
So that's Chad Anderson. They had a different car in my queue here in the AMG GTS against Kelly in the RX-7 FD. Kelly's first hit was 180. What was it this time? I hadn't seen it come up yet.
Kelly, is that a lady driven?
I don't know. We'll have to find out. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I definitely want to find out.
180.29, so very consistent. So yeah, it's probably a lady. Chad Anderson, 155.1.
Are you saying ladies are more consistent?
I'm saying that ladies can actually, and I'm going to say it out loud to everybody who wants to hear it. I'm going to say they actually, it's fantastic seeing all the ladies out here because in my opinion, I think that they can actually do better than the men in some cases.
You know, I really think that women might have better reaction times.
That's what I'm
more
saying,
consistency,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, you know, and I really truly, I truly believe that. And so I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of male haters, but that's okay. That's all right because, you know, it is what it is. But truth hurts, boys. Sean Napier right there in the Camaro, 151.1, Shooter Napier. That's what it says. Doesn't say Shooter McGavin. It says Shooter Napier. Just did a 141.1.
Jimmy, I have one of my teammates behind me, and he just wanted to remind me of all of the times that I red lit. So thank you for that while we were talking about being good on the tree and consistency. Thanks, Peter.
Well, and this is Chases the Race, right? And behind me is Peter from AMS, is that right? All right. And red lit. Okay, that means you're trying to get the competitive advantage off the tree, right?
Correct.
So you go. So that was the Vales, Vanden and Ron Vale, 135.1, 138.5 that time around. Kind of finishing up these last couple cars.
Do they know each other, the Vales?
I think they've met. Yeah, I think they've met. There's an Audi right there. Got Craig Kaiser in this GT500, I believe, next to this beautiful looking Audi. Mile an hour coming up for them, 154.5. Brad Blankenship in that beautiful Audi S6, 146.4. Pretty close race, really.
Love those Audis.
Right?
Yeah, they're good looking.
I know.
And quick.
And they're you should see what an RS3 will do to an Airstrip. Woo.
Oh,
almost called 200 in one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
I love those RS3s.
IROS does a real good job with those. I haven't seen some of them out here in a while, but boy, they didn't make a lot of them.
Yeah, him and Rada Race Lab as well.
Yep, absolutely. It's Greg Ibsen back for some more. His last hit was 208.04, which is pretty extreme. fighting for traction, but he's still in it to win it. Boy, he ran it through the chute. That was getting a little squirrely. I don't know if you saw that on screen, but woo! And a new best, 208 or 208.24. Great job,
Very nice.
Greg. Woohoo! He is moving. Track is cold for racers right now. We've got our Warrior Breed Motorcycle Club. We got Mark Bayless right there, Indy's Garage, Indiana Corn Marketing Council. We're going to do a parade lap. We got all the fun stuff out here right now. I don't know if you can see this at home. Hopefully you can.
Oh, he's doing a burnout on the
Oh, he's
bike.
doing a burnout just for me. He told me he would.
Amazing.
I love it. All right, so looks like we got all kinds of stuff going on here for the Indiana Corn Marketing Council, which of course, you know, it's been amazing. First Farmers Bank and Trust. Appreciate all their support. They're going to do a little parade lap, or not a little, because it's a pretty long line
Oh, yeah.
pretty long line of some cool cars. So we're going to watch this for a second. And as you watch this at home, just want to thank you for watching the Indy Airstrip Attack. Of course, brought to you by the Indiana Corn Marketing Council, E85 and Unleaded 88. Check us out. Again, we're going to come right back. We're only going to be pausing for almost an hour, so you're going to want to come right back for more half-mile racing action live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Also, check out Brooke Barini's account. Check out Underground Racing. You want to check their stuff, you can find us over there. They just broke the half-mile record, and get this, you're going to want to come back. They're going for another record attempt when we get back, I understand. Of course, today's broadcast produced by Revolution, directed by none other than Jeffrey J. Hart. Airstrip Attack is a Revolution shift sector event. I'm Jimmy Shaberg, and we will see you here and back in about an hour. Thank you so much for joining us, Brooke.
Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.